chosen one, God is watching. Stop this before He removes what He gave you. Listen carefully, because what you are hearing right now is not random, and if you ignore it, you may miss something that could change everything about your life. I am watching you, not with anger first, but with deep concern, because I see something forming in your life that can slowly take away what I have already placed in your hands. You are not being punished, you are being warned, and this moment matters more than you realize. If you stay until the end, you will understand exactly what must stop before it costs you a blessing you prayed for. This is not about fear, it is about protection, because I do not remove lightly, but I do correct when something sacred is being mishandled. Type Amen if you agree. What I am showing you is simple, and I will not hide it behind mystery. There is something in your behavior, your thinking, or your silence that is slowly disconnecting you from what I gave you. You think it is small, but I see the direction it leads, and I will not allow you to walk into loss without speaking first. I have invested too much in you to stay quiet while you drift away from alignment. So, I am speaking now, clearly, directly, so you can turn before something slips out of your life. There are moments when you feel a quiet uneasiness inside, and you brush it off as nothing. That feeling is not random. It is me trying to get your attention before things go too far. I do not shout every time. Sometimes I whisper, hoping you will notice the shift. But when you keep ignoring that inner signal, I begin to speak louder, not to scare you, but to pull you back. This is one of those louder moments, because you are closer than you think to crossing a line that will affect what you already have. Pause for a second and understand this truth deeply. I do not take away out of cruelty. I remove when something becomes harmful to your growth or when you begin to dishonor what was given with purpose. Every blessing carries responsibility, and when that responsibility is ignored repeatedly, a correction must come. Not because I want to hurt you, but because I refuse to let something sacred be turned into something careless. You are chosen, and chosen ones are held to a different level of awareness. If this is touching your heart right now, take a moment and gently like this video as a sign that you are ready to stay aligned and not miss what is meant for you. What you must see clearly is this: the thing you are doing, or avoiding, is not as harmless as it feels. It is shaping your path in a direction that slowly distances you from my presence. And when my presence is not felt strongly, everything else begins to weaken. Your peace becomes unstable, your clarity fades, and your strength starts to feel inconsistent. This is how loss begins, not suddenly, but through small steps that go unchecked. I have watched your struggles, your tears, your effort, and I have honored them by opening doors you once thought were impossible. But now I see a shift in you, a distraction, a pattern, or even a habit that is starting to pull you away from the discipline that brought you here. You cannot carry my blessing and at the same time entertain what slowly destroys it. There must be a decision, and it must happen now, not later. Type 777 if you trust God. You might be asking yourself silently why this feels so serious. It feels serious because it is. You are not at the beginning anymore. You are at a stage where what you do now determines what stays and what leaves. Earlier, I allowed certain things because you were still learning. But now, you understand more, and with understanding comes accountability. I cannot treat you like someone who does not know, because you do know. There is a pattern in your life that you have seen before. It starts small, it feels manageable, and then it grows until it begins to control your focus. You have experienced this cycle, and you know where it leads. Yet here you are again, standing at the beginning of that same pattern. This is why I am speaking now, because I want to break that cycle completely, not just pause it for a while. I am not asking you to become perfect overnight. I am asking you to become aware and to take responsibility for what you already recognize as wrong. When you ignore what you know is not right, you slowly weaken your connection with me. And when that connection weakens, everything else begins to shift in ways you do not like. This is not punishment, it is consequence, and I am trying to help you avoid it. You are not alone in this, even though it feels like it sometimes. I am with you, guiding, correcting, and protecting, even in moments when you do not feel it clearly. But I will not force you to change. I will only call you back. The choice to stop is yours, and the timing of that choice matters more than you realize. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to turn around. Think about what you have been given. The peace that came into your life when everything felt chaotic, the opportunity that appeared when you had almost given up, the strength you found when you thought you had none left. These are not random events, they are gifts, and they were placed in your life with intention. Do not treat them as ordinary, because they are not. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies, not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. Now look at what is threatening those gifts. It could be a mindset, a distraction, a relationship, or even a hidden habit. Whatever it is, you already know it. I do not need to name it, because your spirit has already identified it. The question is not whether you recognize it, the question is whether you will stop it before it grows stronger. I am not here to condemn you. I am here to correct you, so you can continue forward without losing what was meant to stay with you. There is still time, but do not confuse time with permission. Just because something has not been taken yet does not mean it will always remain. This is your moment to act, to realign, and to protect what I have entrusted to you. And I need you to hear this clearly. I chose you for a reason. I trusted you with what you have for a reason. Do not let something temporary cause you to lose something permanent. You are stronger than the pattern trying to pull you back. You are wiser than the distraction trying to cloud your mind. And you are loved enough to be warned before anything is removed. You may think you still have time to delay, to adjust later, to fix things when it becomes more serious. But I am telling you now, this is already serious, and what you do next will either protect what I gave you or slowly push it away. There is a weight on your heart that you cannot fully explain, and it comes and goes in waves. That weight is not there to confuse you, it is there to wake you up. It is my way of showing you that something is out of alignment, something that needs your attention before it grows stronger. When you ignore that feeling, you train yourself to live disconnected from truth. And when that disconnection continues, it begins to affect everything you care about. Type 1111 if you believe. You have been here before, not exactly in the same situation, but in a similar pattern where you sensed something was not right. Back then, you waited too long to respond, and you saw how things slipped out of your control. I allowed you to learn from that, not to shame you, but to prepare you for moments like this. This time, you are not unaware, you are not blind, and you are not without guidance. You know what must change, and you feel it clearly, even if you try to push it aside. I am not asking you to carry guilt. I am asking you to carry awareness. Guilt will only slow you down, but awareness will move you forward. You do not need to punish yourself for what has already happened. You need to make a clear decision about what will not continue. That is where your power is, not in regret, but in correction. And correction is something you can choose right now. There is something you have been tolerating that you should have already confronted. It may feel easier to ignore it, to pretend it will fix itself, or to keep things comfortable. But comfort can sometimes become the very thing that weakens your discipline. When you choose comfort over truth, you slowly allow things to remain that should have already been removed. And those things begin to take up space that was meant for something better. I see your potential clearly, even when you doubt it. I see the strength in you that you sometimes forget is there. But I also see the ways you hold yourself back, the habits that limit your growth, and the thoughts that keep you stuck. You cannot step into what is next while holding on to what is pulling you backward. There must be a release, and that release begins with a decision. Type yes to receive miracles. Do not underestimate how powerful a single decision can be. One choice to stop something, to walk away, or to change direction can shift your entire path. You do not need to change everything at once. You need to change the one thing that is most clearly standing in your way. When you do that, everything else begins to fall into place more easily. That is how alignment works. It starts with one step. You may feel resistance rising inside you right now. That resistance is not random. It is the part of you that has become comfortable with what needs to change. It does not want to let go because it is familiar. But familiar does not always mean right. Familiar can also mean limiting, and you were not created to stay limited. You were created to grow, to expand, and to walk in what I have prepared for you. I am not asking you to walk this path alone. I am with you in every step, even in the moments when you feel uncertain. When you choose to do what is right, even when it feels difficult, I strengthen you in ways you cannot always see immediately. Your obedience opens doors that effort alone cannot open. Your willingness to change invites my presence to move more freely in your life. There are things I want to bring into your life that you have not yet experienced. There are levels of peace, clarity, and strength that are waiting for you. But those things cannot settle in a space that is already occupied by what does not belong. You must make room. And making room means letting go of what you already know is not meant to stay. Do not wait for a bigger sign, because this is the sign. Do not wait for things to become worse before you take action. You have the chance to act before anything is lost. That is a gift, and not everyone receives that kind of warning. Some people only realize what they had after it is gone. But you are being told in advance, because I care too much about you to let you walk blindly. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. I want you to see yourself the way I see you. Not as someone weak or incapable, but as someone chosen, someone trusted, someone who has already overcome more than you give yourself credit for. You are not starting from nothing. You are starting from experience, from lessons, from growth that has already taken place. That means you are more ready than you feel. What you do in this moment will echo into your future. It will either strengthen your foundation or create cracks that become harder to fix later. That is why I am calling you now, not to pressure you, but to prepare you. Preparation is a form of protection. When you are prepared, you are less likely to lose what matters most. Take a moment to be honest with yourself, not with fear, not with shame, but with clarity. Look at what needs to stop, and do not make excuses for it. You do not need to justify what you already know is wrong. You need to acknowledge it and decide that it will not continue. That is where your freedom begins. I am still holding what I promised you. I have not taken it away, and I do not want to, but I need you to meet me halfway. I need you to choose what aligns with what I have already given you. This is not about perfection, it is about direction. And your direction is something you control with every decision you make. Every small decision matters more than you realize, because those small decisions build patterns, and patterns create outcomes. You are not being judged harshly, you are being guided carefully, because I want you to keep what I gave you and not lose it to something temporary. There is something inside you that has been trying to speak louder lately, a quiet voice that tells you to stop, to slow down, to reconsider what you are doing. That voice is not your imagination, it is my guidance reaching you in a way you can understand. But guidance only works when it is followed. When it is ignored again and again, it begins to fade, not because I leave you, but because you become used to not listening. That is a dangerous place, and I am pulling you away from it now. Type 2222 to receive miracles. You have been carrying a mixture of confidence and confusion at the same time. There are areas of your life where you feel strong, where you know you are moving in the right direction. But there are also areas where you feel uncertain, where you hesitate, where you allow things to continue that you know should stop. This divided state cannot continue for long because it creates imbalance. And imbalance, if not corrected, begins to weaken even the strong parts of your life. I want you to understand something deeply. The blessings in your life are not fragile, but they are not meant to be neglected either. They are meant to be protected, respected, and aligned with the purpose they were given for. When you begin to treat them casually, when you stop guarding them with awareness, you open the door for them to be affected by what does not belong. This is not about losing everything suddenly. It is about slow disconnection that happens when attention is lost. There is a habit forming in your life that feels harmless because it has not caused immediate damage. But not all damage is immediate. Some things grow quietly, slowly, until they reach a point where they begin to take more than they give. You have felt this pattern before, and you know how it ends if it is not stopped. This is your moment to interrupt it before it becomes something harder to break. You are not weak for struggling, but you must not stay passive in the struggle. There is a difference between facing something and allowing it. Facing it means you are aware and actively choosing to move in a better direction. Allowing it means you see it clearly, but you choose not to act. And it is that second state that leads to loss, not because I take something away suddenly, but because you slowly let it slip by, not protecting it. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. I have placed strength inside you that you have not fully used yet. You think you are at your limit, but you are not. You have more discipline, more clarity, and more control than you realize. The problem is not your ability, it is your hesitation to use it consistently. You take steps forward, but then you pause, you doubt, you allow distractions to pull you sideways. This inconsistency is what I am asking you to correct. There is something powerful about consistency that you have already experienced in your past. When you stayed focused, when you stayed aligned, things began to open for you in ways that felt almost effortless. That was not coincidence, that was alignment. And that same alignment is available to you now, but it requires you to return to the same level of commitment. You cannot expect the same results while allowing different behaviors to take root. You may feel like you are being corrected strongly, but understand this: strong correction comes from strong care. I do not correct those I have not chosen for something greater. I correct those I see potential in, those I have already invested in, those I know can rise higher if they are willing to adjust. You are one of those people, and that is why this moment feels intense. Do not run from this feeling. Do not try to distract yourself from what you are hearing. Sit with it, understand it, and let it guide your next decision. You do not need to figure everything out at once. You need to take the next right step, and that step is already clear to you, even if you have been avoiding it. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. This 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. There is also something else you need to see. The more you ignore what needs to change, the more it begins to affect your peace. You may still function, you may still move through your day, but there is a quiet unrest that does not leave. That unrest is not meant to stay, it is meant to move you. It is a signal, not a punishment. It is telling you that something is out of place and needs to be corrected. I am not removing my presence from your life. I am inviting you deeper into it. But you cannot go deeper while holding on to what keeps you at the surface. Depth requires release, growth requires letting go, and progress requires decision. These are not things you can avoid if you want to keep moving forward. You are not too far gone, and you have not lost anything yet. This is your advantage right now. You still have everything I gave you, and you still have the ability to protect it. But do not take that lightly. The longer you delay, the more difficult it becomes to maintain what you have. That is why I am calling you to act now, not later. Think about what you truly want to keep in your life. Think about the peace you felt when things were aligned. Think about the clarity you had when you were focused. Those things are still available to you, but they require you to return to the discipline that created them. You cannot separate the result from the process. They are connected and always will be. I am not asking you for something impossible. I am asking you for something you are fully capable of doing. Stop what needs to stop. Walk away from what needs to be left behind. Refocus on what matters. These are simple actions, but they carry powerful results when done consistently. You are being given a chance to correct your path before anything is taken from you. That is grace. That is care. That is protection. Do not ignore it. Do not delay it. And do not take it lightly. This is your moment to secure what you have and prepare for what is coming next. I am not speaking to you in anger. I am speaking to you in truth, because I see where this path leads if nothing changes. You are not being threatened, you are being awakened. And this awakening is coming now, because you are still in a place where you can turn everything around without losing what matters most. You have been telling yourself that things are still under control, that you can manage it, that it is not serious yet, but deep inside, there is a part of you that knows this is not completely true. That inner knowing is not there to make you feel uncomfortable for no reason. It is there to guide you back before something begins to slip beyond your control. You must stop silencing that voice, because it is one of the ways I am reaching you. Type 1010 to receive blessings. There is a pattern of delay that has been quietly growing in your life. You see what needs to change, you feel the pull to act, but you postpone it. You tell yourself you will deal with it later, when you feel more ready, when things feel easier. But later has been stretching further and further, and the thing you need to stop has been gaining strength. Delay is not neutral. It gives power to what should already be losing it. You must understand this clearly. What you tolerate today will shape your reality tomorrow. If you continue to tolerate what you already know is not right, you are giving it permission to stay. And when something stays long enough, it becomes harder to remove. This is why I am speaking now, because I want you to break that pattern while you still have full control over it. There is also a part of you that feels tired, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. That tiredness is making it easier for you to choose what is familiar instead of what is right. When you are tired, discipline feels heavier and distractions feel more attractive. But you cannot allow your temporary state to decide your long-term direction. You must rise above that feeling and choose what you know is right anyway. You have done difficult things before. You have overcome situations that once felt impossible. Do not forget who you are just because you feel a moment of weakness. This moment does not define you, but what you choose in this moment will shape what comes next. And you are stronger than this situation, even if it does not feel like it right now. Type 222 to claim miracles. There is something you have been holding on to that you need to release. It may be a habit, a mindset, or even a connection that is no longer aligned with where you are meant to go. You already feel that it is not right for you anymore, but you keep finding reasons to hold on. Those reasons may feel valid in the moment, but they are keeping you connected to something that is slowly pulling you away from your path. Letting go is not always easy, especially when something has been part of your life for a long time. But not everything that has been with you is meant to stay with you. Some things were only meant for a season, and holding on to them beyond that season creates imbalance. You must be willing to release what no longer belongs so that you can fully step into what is waiting for you. I am not asking you to make a decision out of fear. I am asking you to make a decision out of clarity. Fear will make you rush, but clarity will make you act with purpose. And right now, I am giving you clarity. I am showing you what needs to change, what needs to stop, and what needs to be released. This is not confusion, this is direction. How are people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly? A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is also something important you need to remember. When you choose to align with what is right, you are not losing anything valuable. You are making space for something better. What leaves your life when you align was never meant to stay long-term. What remains and what comes after will always be stronger, more stable, and more aligned with your purpose. You may feel like you are giving something up, but in truth, you are protecting something greater. You are protecting your peace, your clarity, your strength, and the blessings that are already in your life. Those things matter more than anything you are being asked to release. and deep down, you already know that. I see your heart, and I know that you do not want to lose what you have been given. You value it, even if your actions have not fully reflected that lately. This is your chance to bring your actions back into alignment with what you truly value. This is your chance to show, not just in words, but in decisions, that you are ready to protect what matters. Do not let this moment pass without action. Do not return to old patterns after hearing this. The clarity you have right now is something you must use immediately. If you wait too long, it will become easier to fall back into what is familiar. But if you act now, you create a new direction that becomes easier to follow over time. I am not far from you. I am present in this moment, guiding you, calling you, and strengthening you. You are not being left to figure this out on your own, but you must take the step. I will guide you, I will support you, but I will not force you. The choice is yours, and the timing of that choice is now. You are still in a position of strength. You have not lost what I gave you. You still have the opportunity to protect it fully, but that opportunity will not remain forever if it is ignored. This is not to pressure you, it is to remind you that moments like this are important and they must be taken seriously. Take a breath, gather your thoughts, and make a clear decision. Not a temporary decision, but a real one. Decide that what needs to stop will stop. Decide that what needs to be released will be released. Decide that you will protect what you have been given with awareness and intention. There is something inside you that has already made a quiet decision, even if you have not acted on it yet. You have felt the moment where you said to yourself, "This needs to stop." That moment was real, and it was important. But after that moment, you hesitated, you delayed, and you allowed the same pattern to continue. I am calling you back to that first moment of clarity, because that is where your true direction was revealed. Type 1111 to affirm. You cannot keep standing in between two directions. You cannot hold on to what pulls you backward while expecting to move forward at the same time. This divided state drains your energy and confuses your path. It makes you feel stuck, even when opportunities are still in front of you. That feeling of being stuck is not because nothing is happening, it is because you are not fully choosing one direction. I need you to understand this deeply. Every blessing I place in your life requires alignment to remain strong. When alignment is broken repeatedly, the blessing begins to feel distant, even if it is still physically present. You may still have it, but it will not feel the same. The peace connected to it will weaken, the clarity connected to it will fade, and the joy connected to it will become inconsistent. This is not what I want for you. There is a reason you have been feeling moments of distance, moments where things do not feel as full as they once did. That is not because I have stepped away from you. It is because something has stepped in between us, and that something is what I have been asking you to remove. Once it is removed, you will feel the difference immediately, because nothing will be blocking that connection anymore. You have been given chances before, and you have used them in powerful ways. You have made changes that brought real growth into your life. You have stepped away from things that once controlled you. Do not forget that version of yourself. That strength is still inside you. You are not starting over, you are continuing from a place of experience. Type yes to receive miracles. There is also something important you need to see about yourself. You are not someone who is meant to live casually or without direction. You are not meant to drift through life and just react to what happens. You are meant to move with awareness, with intention, and with purpose. This is why small misalignments affect you more deeply than they affect others. You feel it more because you are called to a higher level of alignment. That calling is not a burden, it is a gift. It means you are capable of more. It means you are trusted with more. But it also means you cannot ignore things that others might overlook. What may seem small to someone else may be significant for you. And that is why I am speaking to you now, because I know what you are capable of, and I will not let you settle below that. There is a part of you that is afraid of what will happen if you fully let go of what you are holding on to. You wonder if you will feel empty, if you will lose something you still need, or if you will regret the decision. But that fear is not based on truth. When you let go of what is not aligned, you do not become empty, you become open. And in that openness, I am able to bring in something better. Why are experts saying this brainwave discovery might soon be removed from the internet? A top neuroscientist has shared CIA-linked findings about a 7-second ritual that may influence financial awareness. Verified by 4 neuroscience labs, this technique is helping people move toward improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But access to this information may not last long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes.